What's going on, guys? So, yeah, I finally got the right link in the chat on the other live stream so that we can get everybody over to the correct place here. I'm just waiting on Coach to join. So yeah, what about that Echo Base adventure, guys? That was awesome, and I just want to reiterate what Coach was saying and give a big shout out and thank you to everybody that participated in that and helped Coach out and getting that made. I would have done some voices, but I'm kind of a sucky voice actor, so but it is what it is. So Coach should be jumping in here in just a minute, but we are going to be doing unboxing. Mark the Infinitely Tired sent us a box with some goodies in it that we're going to be unboxing. That me and Coach are going to have a pool stick broken half and fight to the death to figure out who is going to get it all. And then we're going to have some guests on here also. All right, here he is. Hey.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
All right.
You know what,
So
dude? It just hit me for the first time ever.
what?
I don't think you could handle running Wirecast.
I told you that months ago.
Yeah, I didn't listen to you though, but I
Yeah.
don't think you can do it.
No. I don't know anything about Wirecast.
I give you one little thing and you put the wrong link in.
Well, I copied the link.
I understand how that happens. Trust me.
For the other one to post somewhere else, trying to get people to that one, and then I forgot that I copied that link. So, yeah, it was not a big deal. I got the right one in there. I'm gonna let you chat for just a sec. Hang on, I gotta step away for one quick second. Hang on.
All right, I'm emailing or texting one of our people who are going to be joining us here. So thank y'all so much for hopping over. We don't like to make this jump. We don't like to jump from one platform to the other, but when you have multiple guests on, it's just so much easier. Usually if it's me, Nick, and Mexican Iron Man, we'll just stay in the other one and just keep rolling. But when we have a bunch of guests come on or people that just want to pop in and pop out, you just can't beat the simplicity of Wirecast, guys. So thank y'all so much for being here and watching that Echo Base adventure as we are on the mission to get our numbers back up. The algorithm killed us. We had to make this switch over here. We had in the upper 30s people every time that we were live streaming, and now we're back down to like 11, which is fine. It doesn't matter if there's one guest here. We're going to put on the best show that we can for you guys. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here and making this switch over here and all of that. So 24/7, if you are here, check your email. I just sent you the link to StreamYard. Nick is in charge of this, so you guys know how that goes. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, So anyways, it was cool that Nick was able to jump over and get this thing up and going. I like using Wirecast because it's just makes things so much easier. And Nick is able to run the Wirecast, and I'm able to kind of sit back and look at the chat more and all of that. So the red carpet is out there and the champagne is inside. So come on in and get to chit-chatting. I gotcha. I have a theory that Purple Lady is secretly Daisy Ridley. That voice was amazing, says Star Wars Reviewed. Could not agree more. And we had a wonderful Princess Allura as well. Every one of you folks did such an amazing job. I love hearing Mark asking for cookies. That was epic. 24/7 did great as Destro. If you've ever had a conversation with 24/7, you know that's him. Like he's got that voice and it's just awesome. Loki really, like, I don't know why I was surprised with something that Loki did because Loki's very talented with so many things. But when I heard him doing his voices, oh, so good. So good. He's very good, a voice actor. So let me keep going through these. Hail, Lori, thank you for coming by. Glad you're here. Dave Bob is here. Dave Bob is another. Like, I don't know if Dave Bob has done voice acting yet, because when he did the voice for, I mean, he did voice act it, but when he did the Vincent, or the old Bob, it's just, I think it's so natural for him. It's so great. Like, I honestly think that was him in the movie. It was so awesome. That is so great. Samantha Joe says
Okay.
she's our gal Friday. That's awesome. Thank you, ma'am. Knight of Ren says he's 100% on board with Echo Base Adventures. If you guys have any ideas on how we need to improve them, what you'd like to see, that yeah, we'll get to that. Y'all need more Dave Bob. I agree. Samantha Joe says we need more Dave Bob. I'll go back and rewatch it. Don't worry. So awesome. All right. Well,
We got TD and 24/7 backstage. Are you ready to bring them on now?
well, before
Or-
we bring them on, we'll bring them on in just a moment. Nick, do you want to kind of give everybody an update for our Saturday nights and what we're thinking and why and what we're doing, and kind of get some feedback here too?
All right, so we're thinking about kind of moving away from the Why We Love Star Wars every single Saturday night and kind of doing something more general. So
not necessarily a broadcast, but just a live stream with us.
Yeah. And not necessarily have it be sort of like what we've been doing with a production video on a story that comes before. We'll still do those. We're not going to stop doing those, but not every single Saturday night. You know, those will be more for when we have something that's like one of our sub stories or something else big comes up in the news and something like that. And our Saturday nights will be more of like what Samantha was showing or saying in here. It'll be like a talk show. You know, we'll have guests on here, talk to everybody in the chat, all that sort of thing. And
it's still going to be a Star Wars centric show.
Yeah, and we might discuss other stuff. Well,
absolutely.
I mean, there could be stuff. I mean, if they announced a Tron 3 and a trailer dropped or something, or some news, we'd be talking about that, or something big in the comic book world, or toys, or you know, something, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of keeping it more general on the news that's going on out there, and
just complete honesty from me as far as that goes is that man, people like the Echo Base Adventures, but I don't do them all the time.
Well, they're so time consuming. I don't think people realize how long it takes you to just do, you know, 1 minute of that.
That 10 minutes right there that we just watched probably took me between 15 and 20 hours.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah.
And I didn't do the voice acting. I mean,
yeah.
Thankfully. It would have been terrible. I'm Ray. So yeah, and the truth is, I am, it gets exhausting for me to go make these Why We Love Star Wars too. They're fun. I love them. And we're not going to quit doing them. It's just not going to be every time that we have a live stream.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not really seeing too much information about, look, Loki says, very awesome idea, guys. So I don't know. Give us your thoughts in the chat about us no longer making so many or doing a Why We Love Star Wars every Saturday night, and just, would y'all be okay if we just popped on here and started a stream? and hey, we're having trivia tonight, and we're doing this, and we're bringing this person on. I think that's more of a normal kind of live stream, and I
Yeah.
think that we're gonna make our Why We Love Star Wars segments a little bit more special.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it every week. Go ahead.
And also, when we get our Patreon up, our top tier Patreon members will actually get to pick topics that we will cover on our live stream on Saturday nights. Also, that's going to be one of the perks in there. So we'll actually cover a topic of your choosing that we'll discuss on here, in length as best as we can.
Yeah, and with our schedules, Nick is he is so good at commentary and knowing what's going on, and he could sit here and talk to you guys forever. Me, I will have a stroke. I can't sit here and just talk. I can't. I'm just not. That's just not my strength. But my strength is in making videos and production. But I think I was starting to suffer from a little bit of burnout. And so anyways, yeah. Star Wars Reviewed says, whatever y'all feel, guys, I'm actually completely fine if you do away with the special made videos for the live streams. I would never want y'all to struggle pushing them out. And that's what was happening. That's what was happening. I was like, so and here's another thing that was happening. Instead of me and Nick coming out with content throughout the week, I was working on the Why We Love Star Wars. I was basically doing double duty, and this is going to free me up so much more.
Yeah.
So, all right, Nick. Well, we're ready, man. Bring our guests on. We've got a list of topics that we want to engage with the chat and our guests.
So here's 24/7 Fusion Media. How's it going, brother?
He is. Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, man?
We're
Shit, how y'all doing?
Good.
24/7. The voice of Destro.
Man, it's good to talk to y'all again.
Yeah. And
man, I've been waiting to kick it with y'all for a minute.
Well, we're glad the time is here, man.
Yeah, and we got a couple different topics.
There you
go. And TD was in here, but he said that he was experiencing some lag. I don't know if you saw that, Coach.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So TD, if you want to jump back in here, I'll be looking for you and we can bring you in.
Yeah.
But if you're having that bad lag issues, then completely understand. I actually was having the same problems with my internet.
Try it again, TD.
Last week, and I was actually working off of a cell phone MiFi device for my internet.
Yep.
Which is not ideal at all.
Well, 24/7 while TD is trying to join us again, what have you been up to? How have things been going in your neck of the woods?
Oh, it's it hasn't been too good. We in the red over here, so they're trying to get it right back open, and it's tough. It's been interesting. A lot of people are just ready to hit the streets, and to be honest with you, I don't think we're ready yet, because whatever is out there, it's people are passing away from it, and not to get gloomy enough, but just being real for a quick second, it's just even the government still doesn't know what we face. And so at that point, do you think as the public, we even know less than what they know? You think it's right that we go back out to work or whatever, and we understand things are happening? But you can lose a lot, but losing your life is the most important thing. And I'll leave it like that. And people think that they're getting they're losing out on their freedom. I'd rather lose a little bit of time, be home and be safe, than lose my life and be gone forever. So
yeah,
this ain't the time for none of us to be. This ain't our time to go. That's all I'm gonna say. Me, you, Coach, you, Nick, and the chat and everybody else. We're here to stay, man.
I hope
this is who we are, man. We're the Fandom Menace, man. We're built to last. And we can't let this thing take us down. So I'll just leave it at that. So
yeah,
yep, definitely.
Well, you've been kind of keeping yourself busy too at home, releasing videos, working on content, doing things.
Yeah, learning. Yeah, it
Yeah.
took me, it took me about 2.5 weeks to, really try to master some editing. And now the sky's the limit. I'm learning so much every day. And I tell you what, man, you guys, y'all setting the path. If anything, I come from y'all, man. I'm here. You guys, introduced me out to the world. So I appreciate y'all for that. And man, y'all ever need me for anything, I'm here. I'm here with you, man. I would never tell you no. Let's put it like that.
Oh man, well, you can tell us no.
Sometimes we need to be told no.
Yeah, especially Nick.
Yeah.
No means no.
Yeah. No means yes twice.
Nah,
Well, thank you, 24.
nah, but I'm,
give us
but
way too much high praise.
Yeah.
But thank you for everything.
oh man,
I
I'm down with
remember.
y'all. Hey, I'm down with y'all to the end, man.
Yeah, I remember when I did the video that was a tribute to my parents. That one.
Oh yeah,
That's when I think me and you first started a lot of dialogue. I think you were moved on that one, which
right.
it's been a while since
Yeah,
I've seen
that
that.
was,
One. Actually,
yeah,
going
that was-
through, my mother passed away. Let's see, my mother passed away in 4 days. It'll be a year. So that was, it's just been crazy. It's just been a crazy time. And we're all kind of getting at that age now too, where I'm sure that there's some people in the chat who have both of their parents who were gone. That's me. Like, I don't have a living parent anymore, and the whole world looks different now. It's just, it'll never be the same.
Oh yeah.
Not trying to get too
You
down
know,
everybody.
I tell you what.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, when it's like in life, really, man. When you lose a parent, it's like you lose them. It's just like you just lost your coach.
Yeah.
I'm being real. Because they're the ones trying to steer you the right way, regardless of which direction you're going. And when you lose both of them, it's kind of like now they taught you how to ride the bike. When they push you and let you go to see if you can pedal for yourself. Now you're really pedaling for yourself, and there's that push ain't there no more. You just got to keep riding.
Yeah.
So
the way I felt when it happened was, and I didn't realize that I was going to feel this way till it happened. I quickly realized that there really and truly, if you really reflect, I don't think there's too many people in our lives that are with us no matter what, whether we're right or wrong.
Exactly.
And
right.
but many of us are blessed to have a handful of those people. And my parents were two of those people. That's what parents are. They're with you no matter what, in most cases. And yeah, that was that's what made it tough. So anyways, well, we're going to be keeping our eye 24/7 on your content and what you're doing. And I just love it. You're doing such a good job with your Black Adam videos and everything that you got going on. So you just need to keep doing what you're doing. I remember when me and Nick first started, your videos are already better than ours were. Me and Nick would have 5 views on a video, we'd be sitting there going, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
So, but and we've only been around for a little bit over a year now. What's it been, Nick? Like 54 weeks now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 54 weeks.
Yeah.
That's how long we've been doing this. We didn't start this YouTube channel until right, but I hadn't even had a chance to show my mother the channel that we started when she passed. We had just gotten it off the ground, and then that happened. So yeah, it was just crazy. But
yeah, it was literally like right after I got back from Chicago from Star Wars Celebration last year when you called me,
right.
And was like it was like 1:30 in the morning.
No, it was 3:45.
Oh, was it? I knew it was late.
Me and you were up until 2:00 in the morning working on stuff.
That's right. And then you ended up calling me back.
Yeah.
And I was
And then
still
I got
up
a phone call
anyways.
at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That was not a good call. And I called you. And and a week and a half crazy time began.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
where do we stand with TD, Nick?
All right, TD just got back here, so we're gonna see how his connection is. Hopefully it's good enough, but let's go ahead and bring in TD 15169.
All right.
There you go.
There he is.
How's it going, TD? Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yep, you sound good.
Yeah, we can
Hello,
hear
can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep, we can hear
There
you.
you go.
Can you hear us?
Okay, you guys, you're still lagging a little bit, off and on, but hello, everyone.
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah, you sound fine coming in, TD. I'm not
Yeah,
hearing any
he sounds pretty
lag.
good.
But I'm guessing there probably is somewhat of a delay from the time we talk to the time you hear us.
We're about to find out how long.
I'm
we're
really
going.
just catching every word you guys are saying, so
Is it real choppy for you?
yes, it is. You gotta remember, I'm in the military and I'm in a barracks with barracks Wi-Fi, so I'm sure it's pretty spotty right now.
Yeah.
Right.
If you turn your camera off, and just go to avatar, that might help with the quality to where it's not streaming the video. It's just gonna focus on your audio.
Brilliant,
That
Nick.
might-
Brilliant.
We can see if that's any better.
All right, TD, can you hear us?
Okay, that's much.
That's
Is that
better.
a little bit better?
Yes, you're still a little choppy, but saying now.
Yeah, you were kind of coming in sort of robotic, like
Hello?
a little bit.
More than meets the eye.
Domo Mr. Gato, Mr. Roboto.
All right, well, I don't want to hold you guys up, so
Well, let's try this again in the near future, TD. And you just
you guys up.
Yep.
But, hey, 20 minutes, good to actually see you, so
All right,
Yeah, we'll
buddy.
try-
Hey, thank you. Shit, it's
we'll try
you know,
something else some other time.
Yes,
All right, sounds
absolutely,
good, TD,
bro.
definitely.
Absolutely. Well, I hate that isn't working
Yeah,
out,
man,
but
you
we'll
take it
have
easy,
to
man.
try again. So we've got a list of things that we
Yeah.
have not covered in video that
We are going to be covering tonight, and
Yeah.
we'll get all y'all's thoughts, and we'll get 24/7's thoughts on these. I'm actually going to be sharing my screen here.
yes, do it.
Share. So here we go. The first thing we're going to be talking about tonight, guys, is this article over at Bounding into Comics. And this is not anything new. This was actually covered by several people this week. I'm sure you've heard about it, but
yeah.
new rumor details Disney is working on a new
Yeah.
female-centric Star Wars series. And this article is actually going to lead us into another topic that we're going to hit on that I was actually going to do Nick's takes on this week, but I've had family in town this week. I've had work going on, and I have not had any time to do anything. So that's all we're going to be covering tonight.
Hey, I actually did a video on that, Nick.
On what?
The female centric Leslie Headland. I did a
on
video on
this?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, that's how busy I've been. I didn't even know that.
Yep, I did. But anyways, go ahead. Look, I'm Stormer Shadow.
All right. So, since Coach already did a video on this, I mean, I
But
guess
we
a
haven't
lot of
gotten
people
everybody
are.
else's thoughts. I mean,
All right.
you go ahead.
So this is the lady that has taken over the next Star Wars female centric show, and I think that's a girl. Is that a girl? Leslie Headland?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she says white women in Hollywood need to step it up. And her comments on here are very woke, big time. So I'm just gonna play.
Yeah, it's yeah.
She
I'm just gonna
deleted
play-
several of her Twitter comments.
Yeah, she did delete.
Yeah, was that
several of her-
246?
Yeah, something like that. It was a lot. And I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If I play this, are you guys gonna be able to hear?
Yeah, 246.
Yeah, we'll hear it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, we're not.
No, we don't hear it.
We don't hear it.
No,
No.
I don't know if you can share audio
Nah.
from StreamYards or not. But anyways, I'll just if you guys haven't seen this, I'll just kind of tell you what she says. She's just talking about.
Yeah, there's a share audio checkbox.
Alright.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, when you go share screen, click share screen, and then there's a share audio checkbox.
Oh yeah, I see it. Learn something new every day. All right.
Because there's I will say that I think white women need to kind of step up their game, to be quite honest. Sorry, but I'm calling you bitches out. You really do, because there's we can. I couldn't agree more with everything that these brilliant women are saying, but I'm also seeing the silent killer, which is a lot of white women at the top who are kind of reinforcing a lot of old ideas. I think a lot of it, to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll just speak from my own personal experience. It's just I wasn't sure how to be an ally. I wasn't sure what type. I got so caught up in what kind of terminology I was supposed to be using and being politically correct. And so as I started to rise in television, I started to just get more blunt and just start saying I would like a black writer. Because if I said diverse, you get well, white is diverse, which is something somebody said to me, and I was like, wow. I was like, it's not cool, but to really, I reached out to my, the women that I respect who are not white writers and directors. I said, what should I say? What language should I use? And I think it's worth it if you're in a position of.
Real quick, I personally don't get this. What language should I use? I don't ever go around talking to people in my work life, my personal life, anything going, what language should I use? I mean, did any of you guys do that?
No.
Yeah.
The funny thing about it, it's like walking up to you and trying to figure out, how do I talk to a white person?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
What kind of shit is that? It's we're people, just it's like everybody is a person like any other person, and it's we all differentiate, size, color, weight, where we come from, everything else. But it's come on, man, you just can't talk to somebody and just talk to them. It doesn't, the color shouldn't even matter. It's oh well, how how do I approach talking to you because you're a black person? It's get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? It's you don't know how to just talk to an individual and say, hey, I would like to work with you. It's it's now you have to look at it what group do we place them in, or how do we call you black? Do we call you African American? Do we call you this? Do we call you that? And it's come on, man. That's not even how you're supposed to look at this. It's that's a person. You're hey, I would like to work with you. And boom, that's how you build that relationship. You don't sit there and be well, how do I figure out how do I talk to this kind of person? It's who does that?
And
that's the thing that shows
being politically correct. I will never be politically correct. I'll always just speak it how it is. That's how I've pretty much always been. I just say, I call a spade a spade. It is what it is.
Right.
I ain't trying to sugarcoat nothing or try to keep from offending somebody. If you're offended, then you're
Right.
have issues, especially if you're offended by somebody's word. I don't get offended.
Well, you
by
know-
Jack. I mean, it very rarely do I get offended
Nah, man,
about
you know,
anything really.
Yeah, I just
But you know,
I'm
man,
not really sure what she's
you
trying
gotta
to say here.
speak
Like
your truth.
she
Yeah.
just goes, she's just talking, and I don't know what is her main message here. And here's something that this is a red flag for me. It doesn't matter what ethnic group you belong to. It does not matter. If one of your comments
Right.
is a blanket statement that is against your very own ethnic group, that's a red flag right there.
Yeah.
If I say something about, oh, all white people are stupid, what? And
Yeah.
like she does not win points
Yeah, for real.
by throwing shade at Caucasians.
See, these people, these SJW type people who virtue signal and try to go against, they're like, I'm here to be your friend, to minorities, when in actuality, to me anyways, they're kind of looking down on the minorities by doing that. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to be like,
Yeah,
oh, go ahead 24/7.
I think he froze.
it's a forced friendship. It's like I have to be your friend because I got to, not because me and you might have something in common or whatever. It's like you're being my friend for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Like you don't even know what kind of person I am, but you think that just because I'm a certain color, I need to buddy up to you, and it's like, you can't judge a person by the skin color. You got to judge them by the individual that they are. So. I mean,
and the thing is, and they're saying all this crap, trying to be politically correct and everything, but when somebody such as you 24/7 or someone such as like the Amazing Lucas doesn't agree with their narrative, then those people are just the weirdos and out of touch and getting called Uncle Toms and all this other nonsense, So I don't know. Let's hear what else. Well, let's finish hearing what other stupid crap she has to say here.
Hey, hang on. Pause it real quick. So let's get back to Star Wars real quick. Now, I'm going to say this, and y'all chime in.
Speak your truth, brother.
Well, I don't have a problem with a female-centric Star Wars show. I don't.
Not at all.
I have a problem with feminism, and I have a problem. But being female-centric and being feminist are two very different things. Now, is it probable that what we will get is feminism? Yes, but it hasn't happened yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
and and those points that you're making are actually leading into our next story right after this one.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, let's hear what other stupid crap she's saying here.
Or green lighting power to like reach out to people that are not like you and say, what can I do to be an ally, and how can I support writers of LGBTQ and disabled writers? What can I do? And
how can I be a friend? Come on, man.
Using, because I think it's just easier. I just see it in the room. Like I just see them kind of go like, it's just easier. Like the guy at the top's louder. It's harder to say like, I think this should be a Black writer. I think this should be an Asian American actor. I think it should be this type of, like, I would like to cast, and really I find it a lot as well with as a queer woman, like with gay characters, whether they be gay men or gay women, where I'm saying like, that's not a gay person. Like, sorry, like this is not a gay person. Like we're not representing that in this storyline. you basically want me to cast someone that you find attractive, straight white man, and that you think of what you think a lesbian looks like, and that can be very frustrating as well. So
White man.
can get some of these people. I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop talking.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, based on what she just said right there, I will not watch any of her shows.
Oh.
Nope.
Ooh.
Me neither.
So I appreciate you letting me see that, Nick.
Oh,
'Cause she just took it to a level that I won't go to.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the greatest Star Wars in the world. If
but you
that's-
know,
that's who Lucasfilm is hiring to run one of their shows.
yeah, you know what?
Oh, man.
She sounds a lot like Kathy Kennedy.
big
It's
time.
just that Kathy Kennedy is way more polished in the way that she says it.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
That girl is struggling and is saying, I mean, I don't even really understand what she's trying to say. If you listen to the whole thing, you stopped it at the perfect time, because the second half right there it's clear what she's saying. The first half, she's just going in circles, and I'm like, what is your point? So yeah.
right.
And again, I'll say this: I don't have a problem with the female-centric Star Wars show. We are getting Cassian Andor.
Right.
We are getting Obi-Wan
Exactly.
Kenobi. I am totally fine with a female character lead.
Right.
Which is, what the sequel trilogy was, and Rogue One, as a matter of fact. And I'm okay with another one, but I'm not okay with somebody like this that's taking shots at, we don't want to make Star Wars the way that you want it to look like white man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like that on two fronts. One, I happen to be a white man, but that's the lesser of the two. Two is, why don't you just make it for everybody?
Right.
Why do you hate?
Yeah, man.
Why are you hating somebody? Like, I don't understand that. And you don't see that here at our channel. You don't see us going there. There is no racial bigotry here whatsoever. And I think there is little to none throughout the entire Fandom Menace. I'm not going to say none, because it's possible, but
Yeah, you don't know somebody's heart deep.
yeah,
down.
exactly. You
Every
don't know
single
somebody's heart.
person.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Well said, Nicholas.
Right.
So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Ugh. I didn't cover all that in the episode, Nick.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that old,
We'll have to put her in an Echo Base adventure and let her be eaten by Grimlock or something.
yeah, it's just getting ridiculous.
Hey, if I was in high school, I would say something like, well, the reason she don't like white men is because don't none of us like her. But let me put my adult hat back on. I would be funny with it, All right. So TD 15169 says Disney executives are upset at this. Word is Iger was blindsided. Yeah, I have heard about Iger and the other guy. What is his name?
both Bob Chapek.
Yeah, Bob Chapek.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, apparently Kathleen
Bob
Kennedy
Chapek
went rogue.
Yeah.
and got this lady to.
Hey, it's nothing for Kathy Kennedy to fire, because that's not a problem, because she fires everybody from one set at least once.
Yeah, which has just recently happened with the Cassian Andor show.
It has.
Which we'll also be talking about later. Loki, can't wait to see Grimlock crap her out. See how she looks after that. Well, it won't be that big of a change.
She got them lips, dog. She got them lips like.
Yeah, but this whole story with this and those comments by her, John Campea covered this with Aaron Cummings, and if you guys don't know Aaron Cummings, she was on a couple HBO series. She's been in several different movies. I mean, if you Google search Aaron Cummings, she's all over the place. She's been in tons of different stuff, movies, TV shows, all that sort of stuff. But she was on his show where he brought this up, and Campea, who I watch Campea stuff. I like a lot of the stuff that he does, but some of the stuff he does, he is very left wing leaning, and he kind of virtue signals a lot himself to minorities and that sort of thing. So oh, did we lose 24/7?
I think we did.
There he is. All right. So yeah, he was covering this, and he didn't really quite get the response from his co-hosts on the show that he was expecting. I don't know if you guys saw this or not.
I watched
but
it.
I'm actually going to play this.
3. And our third main topic today
Yeah, I saw that.
by Joey Luca, who writes, "Hi from Scotland." Well, hello. Thank you for writing in from Scotland and crew. What do you make of the news that a new Star Wars series on Disney Plus will be female driven with a strong martial arts element? Seeing as Rey was a strong female lead, this has to be a good move for Star Wars. Your thoughts? Thanks, and stay safe. All right.
Real quick, a good move for Star Wars. Like, that's the thing that irritates the crap out of me, is they're putting so much perspective on what race, sex, or gender the show is focusing on, instead of how well the story is. Princess Leia was a very strong female character. Sigourney Weaver and Aliens, very strong female. Nobody ever complained about that. So the thing is, when they start forcing these identity politics into entertainment, especially Star Wars, a lot of people just really have no interest in it. So I don't know why these people out there are like, oh, that's a good idea, female centric, strong female leads. Like, there haven't been any before. Everybody talks about, oh, Black Panther, first Marvel movie, superhero, but they forgot about Blade, who had a trilogy, and Wesley Snipes was the man in that whole series.
Yeah, but that wasn't Disney. So
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't Disney. But
nothing exists outside of their bubble.
Yeah,
I wish somebody would go buy Disney.
Right now, several companies could.
Yeah, I actually did a video on that, or mentioned that in the same video, rather.
Man, somebody.
A guy went crazy on me in the comments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was like, "You're wanting all these people to lose their jobs and blah blah." And I'm like, "No, I said I want somebody to buy Disney. I don't want Disney to go out of business. I want somebody to buy them. Like, that's two different things. We're not ever going to lose Disney. They'll always be around, but they could have a total infrastructure change if someone were to come in and buy them.
Yeah,
and say, okay, now we're going to do this differently.
Yep, exactly.
Oh yeah.
So let's hear what he says here, which is
hopefully Apple
and funny at the same time. Yeah, Apple.
All right. Thanks a lot for saying that in, man. And yep. Apparently, again, this is not coming from Big Gus's gas station movie blog.fart. This is coming from the actual trades. This is coming from the actual trades. There is a new Star Wars show on Disney Plus in development. Now, of course, we've already got Mandalorian. We've got the Cassian Andor thing moving forward. Things seem to be back in motion for the Obi-Wan series. And now there is another one. This one comes to us from Variety, who writes, a new Star Wars series is in the works at Disney Plus, Variety has learned from sources. The series hails from Leslie Headland, the co-creator, showrunner, and executive producer of the critically acclaimed Netflix series Russian Doll, which Robert Meyer Burnett talks about all the time. He's all about that show. He loves that show. And Chris Carr loves that show too. She's talking about that show all the time too. Anyway, details of the exact plot of the kept under wraps, but sources say it will be a female-centric series that takes place in a different part of the Star Wars timeline than other projects. Headland is said to be attached to write and serve as showrunner on the series, with the show currently staffing. And that, of course, comes to us from Variety. I got to tell you what, this sounds all kinds of good to me. Listen, whenever you court and go out and get insane award-winning level talent as storytellers, you're just setting yourself up for good things. I mean, it can go bad. It can go bad.
And
we've
it will
seen
go bad
before. But
I'm
generally
calling it.
speaking, you're just setting yourself up for success when you're putting the people who already have demonstrated they know how to make great, compelling on-screen stories
Right, kissing that ass.
to run something like this as well. Now, listen. I can already hear the man babies crying about, why is it female centric? There's an agenda. Listen, let's just put that to bed, not touch on this again, shall we? Listen, they've already got 3 other series coming that are all male lead. Okay. That means right now, if this comes out and it's only 4 shows, that's 75% of their male lead. They got one that's going to happen to be a female lead one. Deal with it and just move on. So can we move on from that? Thank you. I think this sounds great. I always get excited when you get talented filmmakers and storytellers and television people behind the scenes. This is somebody who's really hot right now. Not only does she work on Russian Doll, but if you go through her IMDb, she's got a really impressive resume of stuff that she has worked on before. And I think she can bring something pretty exciting here. Now, that is not to take away from the fact that, I mean, will it actually happen? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we've seen a lot of stuff with Disney Plus saying something's going to happen. It hasn't quite happened yet. I mean, we're supposed to be getting Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan goes on hiatus, and the Cassian Andor had some problems going around and stuff like that. But listen, I just got to say, overall, I think this is pretty exciting. You get a talented person like this on it. Aaron, you hear about this? I'm not even sure if you and I have never
She's
talked about it.
ready
I
to
don't even know
talk.
if you watch Russian Doll or not, but what do you think about this announcement? How do you see it?
Russian Doll, phenomenal show. Very, very cool that Leslie Headland is coming over and is going to do this. You're going to be a little surprised about what I have to say, though.
Okay.
I really, really loathe the descriptor of female-led. Because here's why. I love the idea of a predominantly female cast. I think it's fantastic. And if this is a world which it's like maybe there's a planet and there's only female characters, there is an episode. So I would go crazy when Tom would watch Rick and Morty because I didn't know the show, so I would just hear it and it just sounds like a lot of screeching and screaming and fart jokes. And so he got me into watching Rick and Morty by this one sketch or clip that's part of it where Rick and Morty or Summer and her grandfather go to this female-dominated planet. And it's really hilarious. Like they're walking through and all the women are greeting each other by saying, "I'm here if you need to talk. I'm here if you need to talk." And there's restaurants that are just called Chocolate. And there's a big loudspeaker that says, "Attention, the spider is still in sector 5. Please plan your routes accordingly. Is it cold in here or is it just me?" It's very funny and it pokes fun at women. And I was like, oh my God, I would watch an entire television series just based on this world. So if they want to make a world that's just women and it kind of pokes fun at us too, cool, I'm all in. But my problem is, why are you only releasing the fact that it's a female-centric show? Oh, and they're going to be doing some kung fu or whatever. Like, why say that? Like, can you read me the headline again? Except take out female-centric and just put male-centric.
Let me see.
Sorry,
here.
you weren't planning on going back.
Yeah,
to
I
that.
wasn't planning on
But
going back to that shot. Yeah.
the point is these other you talk about that are predominantly male-driven. Nobody says, "Oh, we have this upcoming series. We're not going to tell you anything about it, but it's going to be predominantly men. You want to watch?" Like, that's exactly what it's saying. It's like, for me, yes, I want to see shows with more women, obviously, but you don't have to say that's the selling point. Tell me a little bit about the story. Make me fall in love with the story, because ultimately, if the show, ultimately, I'm gonna finish that thought. Ultimately, if the show does fail, then it looks like it failed because it was female centric, not because of a million other factors that it could have failed by. And also, when the first news of it is female centric, I know that there's a lot of people, not just men, but also some women named Karen, who also are just going to be like, all right, I'm not interested in that. I'm tuning that out. So I would have preferred if they said, "Oh, Leslie Headland is going to be doing this new show, and it's going to be, about martial arts, and this is a little bit of the story," and then just cast a bunch of women. and then just let us discover that. But I hate the fact that it has to be female centric, because you don't have that for male centric shows. You know, I feel like it then goes, it all of a sudden becomes categorized as, oh, this is chick flick stuff.
Well, now
See,
to
we're
be
giving ladies
fair,
something.
To be fair, the headline of the story is, and remember, this was
Debate
not,
me, coward.
Yeah, here's the thing. This isn't a press release that Disney put out. This is not Lucasfilm put out a press release saying, we are doing a new Star Wars show that's female-centric. That's not, now the headline on the Variety article reads, Star Wars series from Russian Doll co-creator Leslie Headland in the works at Disney+. That's the headline. Now, in the story, further down in the story, the writer of the article, who was Cheyenne, I cannot pronounce her last name, who wrote the article, she does mention that it will be a female-centric show. She mentions that in the article.
Right. But that's what I mean. There's no other information about, like, even if there was anything else, but the only thing we have to go on about this show is the fact that it's female centric.
Exactly.
And I feel like it's a little gimmicky, to be honest.
Does
And
it?
I feel like it's a little pandering.
I don't know that I agree. I don't.
You don't have to agree with me. You're
here's
still
why
wrong.
I'm not sure. I agree. Here's why I'm a little
What is the show about?
Yeah.
because at this point, like Star Wars, particularly on Disney
All right,
Plus,
Nick.
for them to
They're definitely.
got 3
So what
series
is-
coming out. All,
Yeah. Are we good there? I think we can stop it there.
You know what? Okay, no, hold on. You know what the problem is with that is his selling point is going to be, well, look, they got the I already seen this shit. We got the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. They got the Candor, whatever, the dude from Rogue One. We got his show.
Yeah,
But
Captain
her whole
Mandalorian.
point is, what is this show about? And yeah, exactly. And we and she's trying to figure out, okay, then out of this whole article, can somebody explain to me what the show about? It's like it's telling you about the things that that's involved. Well, it's going to be female centric. It's going to be this. Going to be that. And then when she asked him, he was like, "Oh, hold on," and he gets to explaining. But you know what? He never got to that point.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, you're opening your mouth, you're saying all this shit, but you ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely the last
And
thing.
this, and actually, you playing it. It's my fourth time watching it.
The last thing that I heard the girl say was that they're.
No, I'm
they
sorry.
were-
Go ahead, Coach.
You know, speaking because she is a woman, you know,
Yeah.
on something that they're, you know, kind of pushing towards or pushing for women.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like that's just wow. I mean, she didn't really rip into
Yeah,
John
for real.
Candia at all, but she did kind of.
She
like,
could have.
She could have, but she kind of like addressed the article mainly, and what he was sitting there kind of saying that I think he kind of assumed maybe that she was going to be on board and be like, yeah, you're right. She didn't do that.
No.
So yeah, that's good. That's good that somebody is look, that's just somebody that's got a little common sense about themselves. That's all that is. That's a normal person behind a microphone
Absolutely.
talking to somebody that's
Right.
blinded by their political agenda.
Yep. 100% agree. And after hearing her talk and reading that article and what we've seen out of the sequel trilogy, like I literally have no desire whatsoever for any show that she comes up with that's female centric. And it
Yeah,
has
they'll
nothing to do
probably have
because
Luke
it's-
out in a sheep field milking cows
Yeah.
in that show.
And bringing
Yeah,
and,
for real.
and serving these other people, you know. Yep, absolutely ridiculousness.
Real quick, Loki, are you going to play Predator with us tonight?
Yes, we are going to be streaming Predator Hunting Grounds tonight, later on this evening, and we have an unboxing that we're doing.
Yep.
And
What's up?
y'all jump on that old Predator, man. That thing, yeah. I was like,
Yeah, did
I
you
enjoyed
watch,
that. So
Did you watch
yeah.
that stream last night?
Yep.
Yeah. You
Uh,
guys, I was gonna try
Sure
to
did.
get in there, but I was tied up doing work stuff, and by the time I could get on, they had gotten off. So
Night of Ren
Uh,
asks if we're having trivia tonight. We will not be having trivia tonight, but we will be next weekend.
yes, and we are gonna be doing it. Do you want me to go ahead
you-
and get to this unboxing, Coach?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead and do it. While he's doing that 24/7. So have you watched the last 2 episodes of Clone Wars? Poof, be gone. We
Okay,
lost
we
him.
lose them.
We lost him.
Man, this is a big box. This is a really big box. There he is. I'm gonna bring him back in here.
All right, Loki. We're definitely going to be down for some team play.
Yes.
24/7. Have you watched the last 2 episodes of Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel about those 2 episodes.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
What'd you think about the episodes, the Siege of Mandalore? What do you think about where we are in Clone Wars right now?
Ooh, the Clone Wars.
Have you watched the last 2 episodes?
I seen the episode when when Ahsoka came back, and they had the 2 girls with the one with the head shaved on the side.
Yeah.
And they end up replacing the guy that was actually supposed to be in the show. Item.
Right.
That was
Oh, we lost him again. Well, while we're waiting on him to come back, I have not been very impressed with Clone Wars Season 7, but the last 2 episodes have been phenomenal. So I will say that. Loving them. I thought the first few episodes were good. I thought the middle with Ahsoka was not good, but right now where we are with Maul and Mandalore and Ahsoka and Anakin and everything, it is good. They're going out with a bang, and it's sad that it's about to be over, but yeah. Episodes 9 and 10 were really, really good, and I'm really looking forward to these last 2.
Yeah, I kind of heard the same thing that those last 2 episodes were pretty good, but the other ones were not very good.
Mark the Infinitely Tired says knife fight time.
All right, guys. So this is stuff that Mark the Infinitely Tired has sent us. And it is some freaking awesomeness here. So this is, can you read that, Coach?
Millennium Falcon Factory Set. Deluxe Trading Card. Star Wars Galaxy.
Yep.
So is that the 1994 set?
I believe so. Let me look on the 93.
93. Oh my gosh.
Yep, 93. There's that, and then there's the whole set. So this whole big box is for this one box here, and this Falcon right here.
It's cool. That's still awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you,
super,
Mark.
super cool.
Oh, that's Galaxy 1 right there. So those are the ones where I used to walk through the mall and get my mom to buy me a couple packs.
Yeah,
And then you'd get that foil card.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
love those.
So that is, we got that, and we got.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but my shelves back here have been emptied. I've got far less back there than I did have. I cleaned out a lot, but don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be looking for collections. I will be back.
Yeah, you've sold a lot of stuff here
lot.
recently.
My wife kind of agreed that I needed to clean this place out, so I did. Made it look a lot more like a normal person. That is a
All
Black
right.
Series helmet. Yes, sir, it is. That Nick actually bought for me.
Yeah.
He bought that for me. Why did you buy me that?
Could you hook me up with that Death Star gunner and that bikes?
Okay, that's
that
right.
box speeder
I
bike.
knew there was a reason. So I had a package. I opened it up, and Nick had actually wrote a note and gave me that Stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah.
What programs do I use for stop motion? Ooh. Wow. So I use I obviously use my camera, and I do a little bit of Photoshop. I use a program called
you
Stop
explain that.
Motion Studio to make the green screen videos.
I'm gonna let you explain that and talk to them. I'll be right back.
Okay. And once I have all of the videos, the pictures made into green screen videos, then I just put them in my editor, which is Filmora Pro, and I start putting in the music, the sound effects. Actually, I do a dry run of just the video first, and then I go music, sound effects, voices, all of that, transitions, make it look pretty, all that kind of stuff. Green screen, I do some green screens or some green screen videos that I add on to my green screen videos, like an explosion or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the culmination of about 4 different software programs that I use. So good question. Thank you for asking that. Coach's wife doesn't know he has rented a storage unit for the rest. Oh, that is not true, but I could. That Kenner Indiana Jones coach, I'm still on the lookout for that figure. I got you, Knight of Ren 789. One day I will have one that I can give you bro price on. But I don't right now. I only have mine, and he's not for sale. So funny. Oh, that's awesome, Flamethrower, that you want to do some stop motion animation. I would be glad to help you out any way that I could. There's some great YouTube tutorials. I'll tell you what, it was last summer. Me and my daughter we were all at the beach, and there was a storm. So we were in our condo, and me and my daughter had the idea, let's see if we could make a stop motion movie. So we got these little toys and put them on the kitchen table in our condo, and we did it, and it worked, and it was hilarious. One toy ate another one, and we laughed so hard. And then I was like, I think I could go home and do this with toys. I can make a cartoon. We'll call it Echo Base Adventures. And it was just, and there you have it. That's the end of the story.
All right.
So we lost 24/7.
Yes. His internet cut out, or
TD 15169 says, "What's the going rate on a Kenner Stormtrooper carded?" It depends on the card back. I'll tell you what, TD, I have one that is for sale right now on eBay. It is a 12 back, so it's a 1977 Stormtrooper.
so the first release Stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a 12 back A. So let me pull mine up. There it is. There's 23 hours left. I will link in the description, or I will link in chat. Wait. Oh, yeah, there. Okay. There you go. Go there, and you will see my Stormtrooper that is currently for sale. It has 18 bids on it.
All right. Back to this unboxing.
Let's do it. Mark
So
the
this-
Infinitely Tired, our man.
So this is the next thing in the box is the metallic Star Wars: A New
I
Hope.
had that. My mom bought that for me on QVC.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I actually think I still have my box of this.
Cool.
I need to go check, but There's the top. I think the other side is, yeah. So we got Obi-Wan. Very, very nice. This is from, I think this came out in 90.
About the same time, 93-ish.
Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
Yep, so 94 on that. Oh, I had a crap ton of these. And Mark's gonna have to tell us. I'm not sure if this is the entire set of these or not, but there's a crap ton in here. Trying to get them to where they're. All right,
Show
there
me,
we go.
show me.
All right, so this is, and I had a bunch of these. The Topps Wide Vision.
I remember those. I never had any of those.
Yeah, I bought several packs of these, just to kind of show you.
Oh yeah.
And then they got some that are lengthwise also.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is a full set or not. Mark said he doesn't think it's a full set. But there's just about enough for a full set in here. I mean, it's a whole box full of these. Super, super cool. Super, super cool. That'll
Yes,
bring
it
back
is.
some memories for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What's in the box? What's in the box?
oh my gosh, I had these. I definitely had these. Oh. Mm.
You did have those. I did
The
not.
Star Wars Dark Empire embossed metal collector cards. Very
That is
good.
so cool.
Very good comic series. I still have them in my safe. Speaking of, I'm going to tell a real quick story on why I did not play Predator Hunting Grounds last night after you guys finished. So me and Coach talked after they got done. I was like, I'm going to get on and play. And he was like, live stream. Apparently, my notes in my phone got deleted, which had the combination to my safe, all the passwords to all my accounts, everything. I couldn't get into my safe, like nothing. Like all my crap is in there. All my important stuff is in there. So I tracked down a copy. I found a backup copy of my phone that the computer had backed up automatically back in November. And I had to download another program to extract that backup file and pull it out. And I got an old backup of my notes file, and it had all that stuff in it.
Lucky.
But I was freaking out last night, like freaking out. Like it was like 2 hours later by the time I got it figured out and got.
There's some other good places to put it besides your phone. I'll share that with you privately.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I haven't done it. And now I have it in like 4 different places.
All right, there you go. There you go.
So, all right. So next we have, this is
Rob Pearson says he recently found his complete Return of the Jedi sticker album in his loft, along with his completed Transformers the Movie sticker album. That is awesome, Rob.
Oh, wow. All right, so this is Star Wars Galaxy Series 2.
That's awesome.
Yep, this is the 10 that it's in. Oh, The box is empty, but the cards, I'm guessing, are in.
The sleeves.
Yes. Oh.
Mark says that there are 3 complete sets in those sleeves.
Oh, wow.
Mark, did you want us to do a giveaway eventually on one of those sets? Because if there's 3 complete look at that, dude. Oh, I remember the day. Top left, Luke and R2 foil card. I remember that was the first card you could see when I opened a pack one time. There it was. That is so cool, dude.
Yeah. Yep, and there's those bring back some memories for sure.
Mikhail says, is it worth that much? That Stormtrooper that you saw should sell for somewhere around $1,200. It may not. It doesn't matter. I put it for 99 cents, and with no reserve, it'll sell for whatever it sells for. But yeah, that's a $1,200 piece, easy.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not going to go through all the sleeves here because, as you can see, oh, dang it.
That is so awesome, dude. I cannot wait to get some of that here to be right over there. Look, see, right there. Right there.
Yeah. So, as you guys can see,
we need to find a cool way to display those.
Yeah.
Like, in the office. Heck yeah.
Yep. And that is it, guys. Super cool, Mark, to send this to us. We are definitely gonna divide this up between me and Coach.
Are we gonna do the I pick, you pick?
Well, I actually might still have some of this stuff, so some of it's automatically gonna go to you.
Let me go check and see if I've got the foil cards. The 10 box. I still may have that. It's going to be I need to go upstairs to my garage.
Oh, you got stuff up there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
I've had so much in my office, man.
Yeah.
I met a guy locally today and gave him a tub full of G.I. Joe stuff. I didn't give it to him. I mean, he bought it, and I gave him a good deal. But I gave him a discounted deal because I'm motivated to clean out, man. I've just got too much.
Yep. Did you ever get up with the guy for that G.I. Joe Star Wars collection?
What guy?
The big one locally, and his brother, him and his brother.
Oh, it's just a G.I. Joe collection, and
yeah,
he has not pulled the trigger yet.
No.
I feel bad about asking again. Like, he's a friend of mine. I don't want the only reason for him to ever hear from me is to bug him about that collection.
Yeah.
So, I told him I'd buy it. I told him to name his price, and he hasn't named it yet. So
yeah.
But I'm working on another one. I've got another collection in the works that's a potential thing. So that's what I do, guys. Is I hunt for collections to buy, not necessarily pieces. Occasionally pieces, but if I could find a collection to buy, that means that, if I can make my money back, but keep everything that I want to keep, that's the brilliant way to collect. Because if you do it like that, it doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time.
Yeah.
If you're making your money back, and in many cases plus profit, and you get to keep, I'm not out to swindle anybody, but somebody posts something and I make them an offer and they say yes, and there it is. So, and I broker a lot of deals for people. Like, I sell things for people and they give me a percentage back. Yeah. I've done the toy thing for a long time and have had some success with it.
Speaking of toys, has anybody out there seen the retro line Wave 2 at Walmart anywhere? I have gone to my Walmart and they are nowhere to be found. I'm
I
not
have
sure.
not found them here. Yeah, I looked.
Yeah.
And vintage collection Mandalorian figures are now out.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can't find those either. And I'll tell you what, man, a lot of Walmarts are still like not unboxing them and putting them on the shelves yet. I mean, I think everything is just madness right now at places.
So I saw that they had a Tebow Black Series figure coming out that looks really good.
It's cool.
I mean, I know it's Ewok, but
Well, you guys keep talking. I might go check there tonight. Like y'all are motivating me.
you know what? I was at Walmart right before earlier to get some stuff.
Didn't even think about it.
And I didn't even think about it because I was in such a rush to get back here for the stream. I was like, I gotta hurry, get in here, get what I gotta get, and get out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Night of Ran. He's got Mando.
Oh,
I wouldn't
really?
mind having Mando. You know, the one modern figure that I would like to have is that Ahsoka Vintage Collection 102. I'd
Mhm.
like to have that unopened in the package. I just cannot pull the trigger on spending $200 for a
Ugh.
vintage collection toy.
Yeah.
She may be worth $500 in a couple of years. I don't know, but I'm having a hard time with that.
Yeah.
I have like my finger has been like teetering on clicking the button to buy, and I just can't pull the trigger.
Yeah. And as you can see, guys, if you look at what Hasbro is doing in all the toy lines that they're coming out with, it is all original trilogy stuff and
course.
Mandalorian stuff. There is literally nothing out there.
And that leads you to a little bit of news, does it not?
Yep. There's literally nothing out there on the sequel trilogy's Rise of Skywalker.
You could buy the Mandalorian figure, the Mandalorian vintage collection on eBay right now for $27.
Oh, wow. Really?
$26.95. And you know what, dude? Honestly, if you go get it in Walmart, it's probably going to be $17.
Yeah.
Toys, it's not like back in the day when toys were $2.99.
Yeah. Very true. So yeah, this other article over here at Bounding into Comics, toy executive confirms lack of demand for Disney's Star Wars sequel trilogy products.
I'll tell you what's really interesting about that, Nick, to me, is that the toy person that they interviewed is the guy that's over Diamond Select Toys.
Yes.
Do you know what toys they do?
Don't they do all the Marvel toys also?
They do Marvel toys, but like Tron Anniversary toys.
Oh, okay.
The Black Hole toys.
Mhm.
Somebody who's making, like, we get it, somebody who's making Black Hole toys, a Disney movie from 1979 that has a cult following. It is by no means a huge blockbuster. Someone who makes those toys is saying that there's no demand for Star Wars. That's ironic.
Yes. So this article over here is first reported by Bleeding Fool, Takaria, whatever. Did an interview with Rebel Scum where he discussed Diamond Select Toys acquisition of Gentle Giant. I think you got a Jedi Luke Gentle Giant, don't you, Coach?
Yes, sir. Would you like to see it?
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but literally would have zero interest in owning this right here. Like zero.
No. I dropped his gun. Mark, we will certainly enjoy the cards. So here is my gentle giant Luke Jedi.
Yep.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
My buddy, I bought this from my buddy at Plastic Galaxy Toy Store, Seth Hastings.
Yeah, who we've had on the channel before.
Yep. And I actually had this figure. Totally forgot that I had him, Nick, till you said something. He was deadgum buried behind my Stormtrooper mask because I haven't had room to show him.
Yeah.
And now I can. Da, da, da.
All right, we got 24/7 back as well.
Is Topps Cards documentary on the table?
Possibly Night of Ren. Possibly. You never know.
24/7.
Can you hear us?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's no problem, man.
All good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So yeah, this article. So when they're asked, were there plans to continue making product from The Last Jedi, they responded, as you know, whatever was done before last year, DST had no control over. GG Limited, Gentle Giant, made those decisions. But as I said, Dev is still here guiding the brand, and we are aware of the past history. He added, I will say, from what we have seen, the sales on the products from 7 and 8 were not too strong. Wow. Surprise, surprise. I know those movies as well as 9 have their fans, and those fans might say GG just never did the right products or characters or formats, and they might be correct.
Time out. Coach calls time. 24/7. You were going to be coach for just a moment. I'll be back.
So he continued, however, we can only go by what we know. For sure, the door is not closed to the sequel trilogy products, and we are working on a couple pieces for the Rise of Skywalker right now. Terceria does note that they are keeping a very close eye on it and listening to fan feedback. So if there is demand, we're happy to satisfy it. Rebel Scum's Chris Wyman then asked if there will be more character products for the Rise of Skywalker, as currently they only have a Sith Trooper minibus, the Kylo Ren Dreamer Premier Collection statue, and the Kylo Ren Legends in 3D Dimensions bust. In his question, Wyman indicates there are some very requested characters like Emperor Palpatine, Poe Dameron, Zoe Bliss, Babu Frick, Lando, and C-3PO. Terceria responds, as I mentioned before, we are working on some, but I have to ask, are you sure there's lots of demand for these very requested characters? Question mark. He adds, the overall demand for bus and Star Wars products is not what it was 10 or even 5 years ago. It goes on to state that it's not just a Gentle Giant problem, but an industry-wide issue. It's not just a GG issue either. The brand is very strong with The Mandalorian and Clone Wars and more new content to come, but you all know what the production runs on collector products were in the past compared to now. He continues, would very much love to make more products from the new movie. It's not like we're sitting behind our desk, wringing our hands thinking, how can we stick it to the fans and not make bus they want that will make us money, right? On and on and on. And basically I go on just to talk about how the Star Wars sequel trilogy stuff is not doing jack crap. So, just now realized that I lost you again 24/7. So yeah, that's
No,
the
it's all right, man.
news.
Thank you.
That's the news on the sequel trilogy, toy line stuff. Not a whole lot out there because there's not any demand for it because these movies suck. Nobody cares about buying products for any of these characters because nobody cares about these characters. There are people that care about them, but it is not anywhere on the scale of what it was for the original trilogy in the products that they put out for the original trilogy
Right.
before the sequel trilogy ever came out. So I don't know. Did you ever get into any of the toy lines of Star Wars stuff 24/7?
Yeah, actually, I did when with all the when it all first kicked off, all of it from you're talking from like the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
I had my hands on those.
So you had a bunch
the
of the
figures that I
original-
missed the most.
So you had a bunch of the
Right,
original
yeah.
Kenner stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I remember having the original land speeder and having those the Star Wars figures that were actually, the pretty big ones.
Oh, the
We had oh man, those were awesome. So I had Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, R2-D2. I had Chewbacca, and we had Darth Vader. Parents, they were like, "Yo, we don't want you to buy Princess Leia." Now, no offense, we're all grown now, but my dad was one of those dads that if you wanted Princess Leia too bad, something might be wrong with you. So he was like, "Nah, we're not gonna let you." I tell you what, like even when I was buying GI Joes as a kid, when it came to buying Scarlet or the Baroness or Lady J, son, no, you can buy Duke and Snake Eyes and Roadblock, but I mean, shit, and I know I'm not the only one, but
Huh?
yeah, it's like Pops didn't allow that shit in the house, man.
Yeah, I never actually.
So
you mentioned that. I don't think I ever actually. I don't think I actually ever bought any female character toys when I was a kid. It wasn't because my parents didn't do it. It's because I never asked for them. I never owned a Princess Leia figure when I was a kid, or any of the female GI Joe characters. I never owned any of them. I always bought, Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, Han, Chewie, Luke.
Right.
Yeah, we see him there, Coach.
Well, acknowledge me.
All right, J-Man. You have a good night, brother.
Yeah,
J-Man,
man.
Hey, man, I found something today and I thought about you. If you're still here, I'm going to show you.
Hey, good night, J-Man. There you go.
All right. I think we might have lost J-Man.
What'd you find?
I found, and I didn't even know that I had this, G.I. Joe Marvel Comics numbers 2, 3, and 4.
I actually have. I actually have a couple Marvel G.I. Joe comics.
Oh, Nicholas Glenn, you collect comic books?
Oh, man, hang on.
There you go. Yeah, let's talk about some things. What's up?
What's up? I'm sitting here looking at my Baroness. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I miss mine. Oh yeah. There you go. She was actually the foxiest one. Her and
Lady J.
Well, you also had I can't remember her name. The the female ninja that was under Snake Eyes.
Jinx.
There you go. Exactly. I knew it started with a J. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, she got a little, she rocking with a little something there. She got that thin, she got that thin ninja suit on.
Awesome.
Man.
So he's going
What
to
about
get his
you, Coach?
Go ahead.
All right. And I'm saying for you collect?
Comics. I have multiple times. I collected them as a teenager, and
all right,
when I guess I was in my late 20s, I started collecting again, and in my early 30s, probably about 8 or 9 years ago, I sold them all. And actually, I didn't sell them all. I went through my boxes and I pulled out a stack to give him. So many of the comics that Nick's about to pull out were gifted to him from me.
Right.
Even though he did collect a bunch of them. I mean, what I didn't sell, I gave to him.
Which kind of kicked me off on collecting again. And then I started buying a bunch of the ones that I had. So these ones I had growing up, and I got these from Coach, and these were one of my favorite series.
Yep. See, so I knew, like,
Aliens
why would I
versus
sell
Predator.
those? You know what I mean? Why would I sell those when
Oh,
you would?
yeah. Okay.
That's definitely stuff you would die for. So,
yep.
Of course.
Must be a pretty good friend, huh, guys?
There you go. Oh,
the first full story.
Ooh.
Or no, this is actually
I know.
appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first
the first
time,
appearance. Yeah, that's right.
Of the black suit Spider-Man.
Hang on.
Well, actually, I mean, that's besides, when he got the suit during Secret Wars.
Here you go.
Yeah.
First appearance, 1984. Kenner.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I started,
oh wow,
so when I started collecting again, that was $375. I just really bought ones that
I used to have that issue.
enjoyed.
I used to have that issue, man.
Yep, I got.
Oh man, I missed that. Yeah, man.
The complete.
That's the same issue when you
run.
Yeah, that's the same issue when you. Oh yeah, right. And he's a Spider-Man with the blue vest, so he's a part of the Clone Saga.
Yeah,
and that's actually all that was around the same time when he had the Clone Saga going on.
Yeah,
that's
and this was the first.
Oh, Batman versus Predator. Oh yeah,
the first comic book I ever read.
Is that?
And that's
that one's awesome. Is that the first series or the second one? Because
first.
Because that's the hard. Okay, all right, okay, yeah. Because they had a round 2, so they came out with a Batman versus Predator Part 2. I mean, and that was like a 3-4 part series.
Yeah, another one of my favorite ones. Deadpool #1.
Deadpool #1, dog. I used to have that.
Yeah,
man.
So this whole box is full. Tons of Spider-Man, X-Men,
right,
and then this whole box,
right. Oh man,
is full, and it's got a bunch of stuff. So when I was collecting, I had like probably about probably 5 of these boxes full of comics, but a lot of it was just crap stuff that I got here and there. But when Coach gave me those one comics, and then I started buying some other ones, I just bought the ones that I really enjoyed when I was.
They will never lose their value.
Yeah.
Everything that's Bronze era and back will always hold value.
Yeah.
There's a local guy here that's selling Amazing Spider-Man #1 for $6,000, and I got to be honest, guys, I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 3.5.
But you see the big. Well, see, that's what I was going to ask you. The always the question is what the condition is in.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that's going to change the value of your comic book is if the creases are all cracked up and your comic book is beat the fuck up, man. It could be whatever. I mean, if it's a must-have, people will buy it. Like Spider-Man #1, I would buy it for $6 G's. But just know that there's a Spider-Man #1 that's in better condition.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's all about how well you treat your shit. That makes it more valuable.
That's no different with toys. It's actually I would say that the comic books are very similar to unopened original Star Wars toys. A small little nick on the cardboard backing, and it's devalued like the smallest of things.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
See, but I don't even care about the value.
Right.
Like I'm literally buying these to have them. I mean, as long as the pages are there and it's readable, that's all I care about. I'll never send any of my comics off to get graded. I'll never put them in like hard case, protective cases.
The only way I would send one in to be graded would be if I planned on selling it.
I mean,
and I knew that it was going to turn a profit because of its grade.
And I'll never sell any of the ones that I have now. I'll keep them till I die.
Right.
And I was doing the same thing with with the few Star Wars figures I had, but then I ended up not getting a job for 6 months and didn't have any choice but to sell them.
Man, like I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to have all this stuff till I die. I don't think I will. I know me. I might decide to sell all that next week. Like that's just how I roll. But with that money, you could have even better if you're patient enough and you go look. And that's what I've proven over the years, right, Nick?
Yeah.
How many collections have I landed?
Right.
Several. I mean, probably. I don't even know the number.
See, so basically, Nick is he's doing this thing with the comic books, and you're with the toys.
Well, I'll do the comics too.
And I do the toys too. I just don't have any right now. Like I literally have some modern stuff, but all my Kenner original figures, other than a carded at-stat driver that Coach gifted me, I don't have any. But I am gonna I am gonna get an original Kenner run of figures again one day.
You know what I'm going to do 24/7 is that I'm gonna recollect the Star Wars figures when their value has lost. When their value goes down, that's when I will start collecting again myself. But until then, I'm gonna make a little bit of change on the Star Wars toys. Now, I could sell all my G.I. Joes and Transformers and the Star Wars that I have left too if I wanted to, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see. But like that's something that I've talked to Nick about many times that we've had this conversation is I want to sell the things that I have that I don't mind selling so I have enough money so when a collection comes up, I can jump on it and get it immediately. And not have to wait in somebody else. I have finished second in many races on toy collections because I didn't have the collateral at standby. I had to move pieces around and sell some items, things like that. I'll tell you, it's so funny. I had to sell a lot of my own personal collection. This is how it all started. I had to sell. Let's just imagine that you had, well, I'll just talk to the chat. We just lost him. Just imagine that you had this collection that you loved and a golden opportunity came up for a collection much better than yours. It's your collection plus so much more. And in order for you to get that, you're going to have to sell your collection. And you're kind of rolling the dice because that collection might not be there still. Yeah. You're going to take the person at the word, but you just don't know. Yeah. Well, I rolled the dice and I sold a lot of my own personal collection to buy the collection, and it actually worked out. And it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of money for me. It was a lot of money for me.
So you're saying you sold. So you're saying that you sold your personal collection to get a better collection.
So I don't know how to do this without just telling you. There was a collection that I made an offer. The guy told me to make him an offer, so I offered him $15,000, and he said that he had actually had that offer before, and that was too low. And I was like, "Well, you counter offer. Tell me what you got to have. That doesn't mean that I'm out." And he told me that he wanted 22. Well, I wasn't about to walk into the living room and say, "Hey, honey, can I have 22,000 to buy some toys?" I'm a school teacher and my wife's a school counselor. I wasn't about to, do that. So I didn't say anything to her. What I did was I walked into my office and I looked around and I picked out what I thought would get me about $22,000. So I posted it all on eBay that Sunday night, 99 cents, no reserve, each piece. And I made $27,000 the night they all ended. And I bought that collection, and the rest is history.
Right. Wow.
Me and Nick actually have a haul video of that collection coming out.
Actually, I saw that. I watched that.
Yeah.
I watched
the collection.
I watched,
that I bought.
and it just wasn't one video.
That was,
Yeah, it was in 4 parts.
Yeah.
we split it up into 4 parts.
Oh yeah, I watched them. Yeah, that was some. Well, I tell you, I was jumping up in my seat
Man.
when I seen the shit you pulled out that box.
Yeah.
Man, that was some good.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Man, I tell you, you know what? Let me ask you this, man. I was curious. You guys mess with. I've seen you. What? Your Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Transformers. You ever thought about GoBots?
Yeah, I'm selling a collection right now on eBay.
I had some growing up. I don't have any now, but I did have some.
I've got like 30 of them on eBay right now, a collection.
Let me ask you this. What about Silverhawks?
Got 3 of them on sale right now on eBay. They're at $86.
Okay, so okay, we in the same ballpark. How much?
$86.
How much?
86.
Oh,
Yeah, I know,
Wow.
man. I can't believe it.
right.
Like,
Hey,
their value is really taken off.
oh yeah, man. There's some good stuff out there, man.
I would love to have.
Let me ask you this: y'all ever thought about the Evil Knievel connection?
I've already sold them. I had them.
I
Say that
had
again.
I've sold them.
I had a little of it when I was growing up.
Oh, you had Evil Knievel?
I did when I was growing up.
I had it as an adult.
Yo, those
acquiring collection.
Evil Knievel toys. Oh man, you talking about the ones that you rev up and you let them go and they do all kind of stuff?
Yeah, I had the motorcycle
Man.
with the little pull string.
Oh yeah, that's the one right there.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh. Dude. Oh yeah.
And I had
And then
Dukes of Hazzard,
then you had like
car
the $6 million man action figure.
I didn't have any of that, but I had
I've
the Dukes
had,
of
I've
Hazzard
had a few of them
car.
to sell. Yeah. Like the Bigfoot. I sold him.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, for real? Oh, that's
So
like
so
those
that's
are
what
some good.
happens.
Those in Action Man.
That's what happens when you buy these collections, man. Like I'm trying to clean you out and buy everything that you
Right.
have, and I didn't really care about
Right.
the Bigfoot, so I sold him on eBay. Like if I don't want it, I either give it to my friends that I
Right.
know would die for it, or I sell it. And as long as I'm breaking even most of the time, I'm okay. And I've done way
Right,
more.
right,
I mean, I
right.
bought a car.
I get you. Oh man.
I bought a car with toy money before. So
Oh shit. Oh, so I guess so. Yeah, you know, it's yeah, you know how to wheel and deal. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Look, I got a tax thing from the IRS a couple years ago, and I was like,
Right.
they had been flagged about all of my selling. My toy business made over 100,000 in 2017, and I had to go report it all on my taxes, which I was not prepared to do because I didn't know that I didn't know that I had to do that. I was
Right.
selling toys like I was at a flea market, you know. So yeah, I'm not trying to say that in like a
Right,
bragging
exactly.
kind of way. It's just I did it as a business, and it was fun.
Right.
Well, guys, I think we're about to wrap it up here. We're going to be streaming here in probably the next 45 minutes or so. I got some stuff I need to do here before I jump on. Coach is going to be starting up a stream for Predator Hunting Grounds that we're going to be playing a little bit later. 24/7, do you want to give a shout out to your channel real quick to everybody?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's my name is 24/7. My channel is 24/7 Fusion Media. You know, you can always find me on Twitter under 24/7. Yeah, if you like my personality, you know, check out the channel. You know, please subscribe. You know, I love to have you there. You know, I'm one of the newest members of the Fandom Menace. You know, I've been watching everything from every channel, you know, for the last 3 years. And I remember when Ethan Van Sciver started it up back then. So I've been rolling with that world-class bullshitters, John Talks, Doomcock, Nerdrotic. I mean, the list goes on and on, to Echo Base Network. I mean, the anti-trekker. Of course I support Comicsgate. So, I love it all. And
I got my
I'm watching everybody's channel, subscribe to everybody. Yeah, there you go, man. I'm a huge supporter. I still got to get Red Planet. If y'all know anything about Ethan Van Sciver and those, please support him. Because he's awesome. And I tell you what, everybody that's watching the stream, if you haven't subscribed to Echo Base Network, I suggest that you do. They're very good guys. They work hard. They got a lot of heart. They've been down since day one. Man, I can't say enough about these guys. You got the notorious Nicholas Glenn. You got Coach Eddie Groves. Man, it doesn't get no better than that, man. The motherfucking 1-2 punches YouTube. And I roll with them, to the very end, man. I love you guys. And, that's no bullshit. I say that with a straight face. So I just want to tell both of y'all, thank y'all for having me on, man. Man,
yep,
you guys motivate me all the time, Coach. Man,
well,
man, Nick,
I
tell you what, man, you're awesome, Coach. You're awesome. And I have so much love and respect, man. If anything happens or you need me for anything, please let me know, man. I do anything in my power to help, man. And y'all my boys, man. From I'm rolling with y'all from here on out. So hell, you couldn't even get rid of me if you wanted to, man.
Well, we really
appreciate
appreciate the kind words. 24/7. We love you, brother.
Yeah.
So
man.
we're gonna have you
Appreciate
back on
y'all,
here
man.
soon. And
man, I love you too, man.
Thank everybody in the stream for being here with us tonight. We'll get a good show lined up for next weekend. We hate that TD couldn't join and stay with us. He had connection issues, but we'll get him on here. We definitely want him on here as well. So I'm going to be I'm going to be starting a Predator live stream in probably 30 minutes to an hour. So Loki, I'm going to be messaging you here in just a few minutes. Guys, thank y'all so much for being here, and we will see y'all next weekend.
Yep, and remember, you are Echo Base Network.
See you on the next one.
There you go. Coach did my line. I did his line. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later on this week or next weekend.